Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a general collective reading for all signs as we experience the energy of the full moon in Aquarius. So it's not going to be for every single person watching. If it resonates with you, comment below. And if not, please check my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember that time, energy, and gender are all fluid. Feel free to reverse roles however they apply to you in your life. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future readings. So again, thank you so much to everyone who is subscribed to the channel, new and returning. And a big thank you to those of you who have booked private readings and made purchases from my spiritual shop within the last month or so. You guys are awesome. And if you haven't already heard, I am offering half price on all of my private readings this summer until the end of August, as well as some really great discounts in my shop. So feel free to check that out, especially if these general readings are resonating with you and you'd like to go even further. And keep in mind, you guys, all of my links and every single way to reach out to me is listed down in the description box below, including a link to my new channel, Woo Works LLC. So if you like things like guided meditations and Reiki healing, be sure to subscribe over there and share with a friend. So let's get into it, guys. If you do not want to stick around for the upcoming astrology chat / rant, please feel free to check the comments below. There will be a timestamp. And for those of you who are wanting to get into the sauce, let's get into it. So full moon in Aquarius, guys, one of two back-to-back full moons in Aquarius. There will be another one on August 22nd. So I kind of feel as if those two full moons are going to be going hand in hand and working together in partnership. So keep in mind too, full moons in general are about culmination of our manifestations from the previous new moon. It's also about releasing and letting go of things that are holding us back or that no longer serve. And the full moon in Aquarius is going to have us questioning our emotions. It's going to be bringing up a need for freedom or breaking free from the patriarchy, or just going up against authority in general. And so also it's important to remember that Aquarians are the revolutionary thinkers. So we're really going to be called to turn things inside out and find the best way forward. So it could also include feeling more supported when it comes to releasing things that have been basically weighing us down or keeping us trapped in the box of conformity. So we know that Aquarians are very quirky, kind of detached, but also very deep emotionally. And it reminds me of the energy of the star in the tarot, which is all about healing and hope and renewal and peace. And P.S., if you have been keeping up with my zodiac readings, the star has been coming up in a lot of these zodiac readings. So please be sure to check out that playlist and find your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whichever placements resonate with you, because healing is coming up a lot. And so to keep on going with that, I read something really interesting today on foreverconscious.com, and it's talking about the energy of Aquarius. So it says the water bearer has the gift of being able to collect water, which signifies the emotions of the world in its vessel, and transmute them using the power of air. The water bearer is then able to pour them back down into the world, bringing a shift in consciousness. So I feel as if from now until the next full moon in Aquarius, that's exactly what we're going to be experiencing, a major shift in consciousness. We also have Chariklo, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's the system's largest asteroid, the only one that has its own rings, and it's going to be active during this time. And so this asteroid is representing the spiritual healing side of our journey. So this asteroid and the full moon in Aquarius is kind of going to go hand in hand and really point us to the direction of that. So things like Reiki healing, energy healing with crystals, etc., are going to be very prevalent during this time. We also have Venus in Virgo, Mars in Leo, Mercury in Cancer, and we are officially in Leo season. So with all of these energies tying in, we're really going to be called to communicate from our heart center, okay? Communicate our deeper, more deep-seated feelings about family and tradition, as well as which relationships we allow to take up space in our environment, in our lives. And with Mars and the Sun in Leo, we're going to be taking forceful action towards those exact things. So cutting away all of the crap that's been weighing us down and feeling spiritually supported. I know Pluto is also going to be very active during this time, and Pluto is all about death and transformation, which fits right in with the full moon energy. So again, this is going to be a very important time to focus on you, on your spiritual journey, on healing the things from the past that have kept you stuck and trapped in some sort of box of like I said, conformity, or feeling as if you need to do something a certain way, or be in certain relationships, or act in certain ways because somebody tells you to do so. That's not the energy of Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel, okay? They are the underdog's number one fan. And so I feel like right now it's going to be such a powerful time for you to get into yourself and trust your spiritual journey, trust your intuition, allow these major shifts in consciousness and transformation to take place within you, and no longer accept mediocrity, okay? It's time for us to move forward in this age of Aquarius and really be who we're meant to be without being held back. So we're going to get right into the reading, and again, it is general, so it's meant to be for all signs, and there will be a giveaway at the end, so stay tuned. Didn't really think that was going to be so short, but it was shorter than the last couple of readings. I'm sure some of you are like, thank God. Also, I probably should stop drinking coffee at like 2 in the morning. And I did start this reading at 2:22 a.m. Eastern time. So like I said, we're going to be communicating our deeper feelings when it comes to love, traditions, family, and really being meticulous with that Venus and Virgo energy about the relationships that we allow to take up space in our lives. So I feel as if those are going to be really important themes. But let's go ahead and get a couple shuffles in and we will get started. So excited. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's find out what is the general energy for the collective. So we're starting out with a South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So exactly what we were talking about earlier. Anything that's been holding us down, anything that's been keeping us trapped, or leaving us feeling as if we've got the weight of the world on our shoulders, we're being told that now is the time to release those things. And again, the past is very important and shapes our future by showing us the decisions we need to make moving forward based on our past mistakes, right? And so with South Node, I kind of feel as if there are going to be some major karmic cycles being closed out during this time over the next month. So remember that the opposite of South Node is the North Node. And if you are continuously letting your past hold you back, you are never going to be able to truly step into your destined future, okay? And so bottom of the deck, we've got conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So obviously eclipse season is over, but I think it's kind of funny how we have 2 full moons in Aquarius capping each other. It kind of reminds me of that eclipse energy of a little over a month ago. But I do feel as if, again, conclusions are coming because now's the time for us to release the things that we've been holding on to. So perhaps these things that you're letting go of will be what spurs these conclusions or answers to finally come into fruition. If this is something that you've been manifesting, whether it's communication from someone, whether it's some sort of a financial situation, relationship situation, job situation, it's going to happen. But in order for it to happen, you need to be willing to acknowledge how your actions of the past shaped where you are today. So once you're able to take accountability for the way you've set yourself up for right now, for the present, you're not going to have the accessibility to those answers until you can finally put that to rest and let that go. And so again, not saying you need to forget about your past, but do not let the patterns of the past that ended you up in these situations allow you to keep remaining stuck. So let's go ahead and get some of the energy from the Accurate AF Tarot. I'm going to pull for the recent past, present, and future. Okay, so we've got a big chunk of cards coming out here, and I'm kind of feeling like it's a story, so we're going to get into it. So first off, we've got Metamorphosis, which is the death energy, talking about Pluto. We also have the Spirit of Rings. So the Spirit of Rings is the Knight of Pentacles. We also have the Empress. Beautiful. And the Moon, love it. So I kind of feel that's the energy for the recent past. So let's talk about these cards real fast. I do feel as if some of you could be going through some major changes, profound changes. And as you can see, we've got this amethyst breaking up the stairwell here. So I do feel as if a lot of you have spent some time connecting to divine source, to being open to listening to your own intuition, expanding on your gifts, and ascending in your spiritual journey. And as you can see, it says self-awareness here as well. And with the Knight of Pentacles, productivity and endurance, we know this to be the energy of someone working slowly and steadily on their goals, being very dedicated and loyal to whatever it is they're trying to achieve. Now, for some of you, that could be the energy showing up of you working really hard and tirelessly on a goal and it moving along a lot slower than you anticipated. Now, with the Empress energy and the Moon, you know what's so funny is this actually looks like one of my friends. And so the energy of the Empress we know is the divine feminine. It is the queen of all queens, someone who is rising up, someone who is nurturing, kind, abundant, sharp, and also capable of manifesting anything they want into the physical world. So I feel, again, a lot of you have been focused on manifesting and truly rising up in divine feminine energy. The Moon signifying Pisces energy, and also obviously the Moon, we are dealing with a full moon in Aquarius, so I love that the Moon came out. But as you can see, we've got this looks like a lobster. It's supposed to be a scorpion, but this is a lobster, okay? And they're rising out from the water and ascending into the sky. I think it's very symbolic. And again, talking about change, things coming to the surface, intuition and illusion are the key words here, but I feel this is more of some secrets perhaps coming to light, truths being made clear and actually being presented out into your physical world. This could be secrets that you've been keeping, perhaps hidden information that you've been trying to figure out. But since this comes up in the recent past energy, basically what I'm seeing here is whoever this is resonating with, you're doing the work and you're acknowledging your deeper emotions. You're being more realistic and seeing the facts as opposed to getting boggled down in illusions or fantasies. And even though this might have seemed like a dark period of kind of figuring out who you were, it was necessary. And even though it went really slow, your journey is your own. Okay, so if you feel like you're constantly doing the spiritual work or you feel like you're not really getting anywhere, understand that the mountains are there because anything good is not going to come easy, right? And oftentimes we have to trek over the mountains to get to the dream, to get to the goal. And that is the theme of my zodiac readings, by the way, is finding the courage to pursue your dream. And so without this acknowledgement of your gifts, of your intuition, of understanding who you are and rising up in that divine feminine energy, you could also be receiving intuitive messages through your dreams, as we have that Piscean energy as well. So, and it's funny too, because like I said, we got this lobster over here rising out of the water, and we know lobsters don't fly. That's not real. And so again, maybe you guys are having some crazy dreams right now that feel really real, but aren't. And again, they could be bringing you some messages about what's coming. Okay, so now let's get some energy for the present. Okay. I feel like something else flipped over. It did. So we've got the Two of Wands, the Hanged One, and the Six of Swords for the present energy. So I love that we've got the Six of Swords coming up now when we were just talking about healing and transcending spiritually. So let's talk about it. So first of all, the Two of Wands, a crossroads, making a very important decision. Keywords here are independence and achievement, but I see the Two of Wands as more of dedication towards one's goals. And again, decisions have probably been made based on what you feel like is your life path, your purpose, and you already know the direction in which you need to go. So if you did feel like you were at a crossroads before, or you felt like again, you needed to be very dedicated to your path, I think it's because that path is what's opening you up and getting you to see things from a new perspective. We know the Hanged One is all about enlightenment. It is also kind of a period of maybe feeling stuck or trapped even. But as you can see, it says transition and sacrifice here. So for some of you, necessary sacrifices needed to be made in order for you to go off in this new direction. And again, this could also be an acknowledgement in the present of everything you have achieved and all of the work that you have done on your spiritual journey. And you're kind of coming to that point of reflection, looking back and saying, wow, I went through all of that for this, or this. I think there's a period of recognition that's happening right now, or awareness that's happening right now for you that is allowing you to see what's necessary moving forward. It's almost like you're wiping the crust off of that off of that third eye, and you're starting to see things for what they really are, as I mentioned. And so again, this amethyst is really sticking out to me. So since we were talking about healing, especially crystal healing, this could be your sign to get an amethyst or have more, and really study up on which crystals are going to help you to use your intuition and fine tune that, okay? And so Six of Swords is, yes, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but I see this mainly as Aquarian energy, as the traditional image of this card in the tarot is of a family escaping over water on a boat to calmer lands, right? And so this is healing from everything that comes before the six. So heartbreak, manipulation, petty arguments, disagreements, or feeling as if you need to compete or try to win against someone else. It's a lot of harsh energy that's trying to be overcome right now. And the Six of Swords is a promise for resolution. I said revolution. And again, we were talking about Aquarius being a revolutionary change energy. But really mainly moving on. Not just moving on, but moving away from the things that were not good for you, that perhaps were messing with your mind. And so let's talk about the mind for a second. We know that that's not who we are, right? We know that our mind, our thoughts are not who we are. They don't define us, just like our experiences don't define us. But I think it's important to state right now that if you've been feeling conflicted mentally, and this has nothing to do with any external parties, I think that with this Hanged One energy popping up right in the center, I think that a lot of you have found clarity within this, and you found kind of a new path or a new way to accept what's gone on and recognize that it was for your spiritual growth. So going back to don't let your past hold you back. The lessons that we are put here to learn, that's what the purpose is. It's to help you in your spiritual journey and to ascend to the highest vibration of who you are. And with the energy of the Aquarius full moon, you're going to be very supported in doing that. So let's see what's coming over the next few weeks as we build up to the next new moon. Okay, so interesting. So we had quite a bit coming out here. And we also have the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So let's go ahead and set that over here, and we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, like I said, quite a bit coming out. Could be because these cards are a little sticky, but that's okay. Makes for a better reading, I guess. So we've got the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, Judgment, the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Dawn of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So let me slide all these cards up because it seems like we're just getting a lot here and I don't have a lot of room. And I want you guys to be able to see everything. So first, let's discuss the Six of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, also Libran energy. This is balance. It's reciprocity. It says generosity and assistance. But when I see this card, I think to myself, like, scales being balanced, wrongs being righted, and energy being reciprocated in a balanced way. So for those of you who feel as if you haven't received this type of courtesy in the past, that's what's coming for you, as long as you're able to heal from that said past, okay? If you hold on to that, if you hold on to perhaps the feeling of being abandoned or left out in the cold, if you're going to slink back into Five of Pentacles energy, you're never going to accelerate, excuse me if I can even talk, you can never accelerate to the next step if you're not willing to let go and heal from the way that you were treated in the past. Perhaps you were treated unfairly. Perhaps the scales weren't balanced for you. Perhaps there were people in your life that only gave you breadcrumbs or gave energy to you and a bunch of others when they should have been focusing on partnership. Reciprocity is coming. We also have the Ace of Swords. For a lot of you, truth is coming, breakthroughs, mental focus, clarity. This could also be a surprise message from someone that you weren't expecting. We also have Judgment. So Judgment is all about revelations and awakenings. I see this as the energy of spirit tapping you on the shoulder or tooting that horn up your behind and telling you, hey, you know, all those decisions you made that got you to where you were right now, well, you kind of strayed from the path and it's time for you to get back on it, okay? This is Spirit's reminders that there's work to do, that there are decisions that need to be made. Oh, my wrist just twitched. That was weird. And it's basically an alert. I find it to be like an alarm from the universe, okay? So for some of you, you could be making some very important decisions coming up. This could also be like a final judgment in a court case. For those of you who are seeing this from a relationship standpoint, if you feel as if you do have external energies or people in your life that you need to disconnect from or end things with, again, this is going to be a great time for that. You're going to be very supported in making those final judgment calls. With the King of Wands representing fire energy, again, we're moving into Leo season as of yesterday. And so King of Wands is fire, it's power, it's manifestation, it's action, it's movement, it's taking charge, and it kind of reminds me of the Emperor energy. As you can see though, we've got this Emperor energy or this King energy with their eyes closed and they're looking behind them, okay? So I think that the message here for some of you is it's time for you to really rise up in your power and close your eyes to the past, not allowing that to affect you in your actions moving forward, okay? Now, we also have the Four of Wands. So for some of you, this could quite literally be union coming for you, okay? A strong, stable partnership with marriage and family in the future. For some of you who have, again, been waiting on communication, perhaps from someone you've been in separation with, this could be what's coming. But again, it requires some level of sacrifice. And that sacrifice sometimes could be as simple as letting go of how you were treated or letting go of the energies and things that didn't work out for you in the past. If you're not willing to let go of those things, how can you possibly envision and manifest a brighter future for yourself? And finally, we've got the Dawn of Wands, so the Page of Wands. I do feel a major inspiration here, and there is a lot of potential for some of you to move forward in a passionate new beginning. Okay, this is a creative idea. It's the pen to paper. Okay, and so for a lot of you, this full moon in Aquarius could really inspire you to take action on the goals and dreams that you have been focused on. And so finally, we have the energy of Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini showing up as the Queen of Swords and the processed energy. So I do feel as if based on what I'm seeing in the past, the need to rise up in your divine feminine energy, exposing the darkness, really truly immersing yourself in your emotions and steadily moving forward and changing and transforming who you are, in a sense, you're balancing the light and the dark within you, okay? You're starting to understand the necessity of not only being sharp and intuitive and someone who can count on themselves, but also someone who is willing to dip into their shadow and cut away the people, places, things that aren't serving. Queen of Swords can also be very rude, blunt, cutting, and even sometimes manipulative in a shadow energy. But sometimes it's necessary to, as I said, partner up with the darker side of yourself in order to get the job done. Aquarius isn't who they are because they got by being the nice guy. They are who they are because they're willing to be honest, even if that truth hurts. And for some of you, you've had to be very, very blunt and honest with yourselves about where you are choosing to go moving forward. So let's go ahead and get some clarity. I'm just going to clarify with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Let's get one card of clarity. Open up. So we've got open up for the past. We have believe and succeed for the present. And I think we've got like 100 cards of clarity that popped out for the future energy. And we have dedicated effort. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So 4 of Pentacles, we've got open up for the past. Perhaps a lot of this journey for you has been about releasing the material things, letting go of the tangible, and releasing your expectations of how things are going to show up for you in your environment. So opening up to me is like being open to the universe on how things are going to manifest for you and not being stuck completely on one specific outcome, okay? I think of that miserly energy of the 4 of Pentacles, not wanting to let go, wanting to be closed off or hold on tightly to the physical world. I think this is a major lesson that's been learned, is to just be open and allow the universe to work for you, work with you. So very interesting to clarify the past. Now for the present energy, we have the Six of Wands, I believe. So believe and succeed. And I think it's ironic that even though this is the Six of Wands, we have the same image that I described for the Six of Swords, the boat moving through the water and towards what looks to be like this radiant beam of light. So I think right now, again, with that Hanged Man energy and that healing energy that's really coming through strong, I think Spirit is simply saying that in order for you to succeed in your journey, you do need to believe in yourself, in your own capabilities, and allow yourself to be open to receiving your highest good, okay? And now to clarify for the future, we've got dedicated effort. So the 8 of Pentacles. I see this as just being really focused on your manifestations, putting in all of the work, and really just mastering your craft. Okay, this is going to be a time for you to really start bringing in the manifestations into the physical. And as we talked about a little over a month ago, after eclipse season and as these retrogrades started to die down, now that we're out of Mercury retrograde and we're approaching these 2 full moon in Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of what you manifested a couple of months ago actually coming into fruition into the physical. And I think a lot of that is because you were willing to open up and let go of how things were going to turn out. Instead of clinging to the physical, you decided that it was time for you to focus on you. So if you're resonating with this storyline, good for you. Like, that is awesome energy, and I absolutely love it. So let's get some cards from the Moon Oracle and see what is the challenge coming up for the next couple of weeks. What is the challenge coming up for the next couple of weeks? So we've got the last quarter waning Earth Moon principles, and we've got the waning water moon disillusion. So similar to what I was talking about too with the moon, seeing things for what they truly are, allowing yourself to break through the illusions of what wasn't working before, and seeing things for their truth, gaining clarity. And principles just reminds me of that Eight of Pentacles energy and that Knight of Pentacles energy. It's like right now is going to be a challenge to continue pushing forward for some of you, because there may still be some things in your environment that need to be dispelled. Okay. And so with the Hanged Man popping up, there will be enlightenment. There will be clarity coming for you. And the challenge is just that. Perhaps some of this clarity may slow you down a little bit when it comes to achieving your goals. But overall, I think that it's important to rise to those challenges, okay? Without the challenges, our journey wouldn't even be worth it at all, okay? So I think that, again, you're going to be challenged to really, truly dispel any illusions going on in your environment right now. That turning things inside out and finding the best way forward energy is popping up right now. Anything that's fake, false, not working for you, holding you back, weighing you down, all of those things are going to be brought to light in this full moon in Aquarius. And again, your principles, perhaps your routines, things like that might also come into question, and you might find it difficult to break out of those routines. But let's see what Spirit has to say as to how to overcome these challenges. So we've got pressure. I'm hearing under pressure. God, I love David Bowie. So let's get another card as well. Pressure and breathe. So what I'm hearing is even diamonds are formed under pressure, right? And so what I'm seeing here for this advice from Spirit is just this. We were talking about Reiki healing. We were talking about crystal energy healing. Spirit is telling you that now is the time for you to breathe through all of this pressure. You might be feeling it very intensely, but the transformation that is taking place for you is huge, okay? And if you can just simply breathe and allow yourself to be calm and accept that this energy is a part of who you are and a part of your journey moving forward, it will make things a lot easier. Now might be a great time for you to start practicing breath work, or again, scheduling a Reiki session, or just simply sitting with some crystals and listening to some meditation music. As you can see, we've got the anatomical heart here. I really feel as if there might be some major heart activations that are happening for you during this time. Again, especially since we've got a full moon. Full moons are very intense, very emotional, and it might just feel like, again, like the world is on your shoulders, but you're going to be supported in releasing that energy. Okay. So, wow, I loved this reading. I hope that it resonated for someone out there. And I am going to go ahead and do the giveaway. And so if you would like to see all of the items being given away on my Instagram, you can pull that up. But I did pull out the deck that I'll be giving away this season, which is the Affirmators Tarot. It's really cute, and I find it to be a cool beginner's deck, especially if you are new to tarot. I will also be giving away a sun tapestry and a really giant bottle of golden face mask as well. You know, the little sticky ones that you just kind of smear all over your face and then you peel it off. They're the best. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull names, and actually I'm just going to pull one name, and this one winner is going to receive all of these said items, including a free reading of their choice. Okay. And I have Danielle_Charisse. So Danielle Charisse, please reach out to me. I will also announce you on Instagram under that post. Yeah, I'm so excited. Congratulations. Please reach out to me to schedule your reading and to advise where to send all of your gifts. And other than that, you guys, stay tuned for the rest of Zodiac readings coming out over the next couple of days, and some more content that will be hitting my channel pretty soon. Other than that, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Aquarius. I hope you stay safe and well. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.